Hello there, my dear friend. Autumn is in full swing here on the Rising Homestead, and I am just really enjoying it. I would love to be outside all day doing things on these gorgeous days, but I have a lot of things that must be done inside today. I am going to treat myself to a couple of outdoor tasks while it's still daylight. And inside, I'll open some windows and light a couple of candles to give it a little more of a fall vibe. How has the weather been in your part of the world? I'm starting in the kitchen as I often do, though I have already started the laundry. I'm making my kids' favorite bread machine loaf, and I'll start a second loaf of this evening. I'm also going to make my first homemade loaf of sourdough, prep dinner for this evening, tackle a ton of laundry, then head outside to pack up our deck furniture cushions for the nearing winter. I'll also visit the chicken run and refresh their water and measure the windows. As I tackle these chores, I'll also share some conscious parenting reflections with you. My next task is to attempt my first handmade sourdough loaf. You may have seen the video when I tried making it in the bread machine. It was not a hit. I asked my mother-in-law for some tips. She said she's heard you can't make a good sourdough bread in the bread machine and encouraged me to try it by hand. That being said, if you have had success with sourdough in the bread machine, please leave a recipe down below. My husband's mom walked me through the steps of making sourdough by hand, and I wrote it all down, including the recipe she uses. And of course, I couldn't find it this morning. Instead, I quickly found a recipe online to try before I lose momentum. I don't recall ever weighing ingredients for baking, so bear with me if you do. Being fully honest here, starting out this morning, I do not know what stretch and fold means, and I should probably look that up, but I feel like if I keep trying to do it all the right way, I'm never going to do it, so I'm just jumping in and making up what I think stretch and fold might mean. I did later in the day find a short video that showed how to do it, so I think I got better as the day goes on. Our house was on the cooler side since I had the windows opened all day, so I left the bread to rise for about 6.5 hours before baking it. While my bread machine is running, I want to get our dinner prepped. It will be a big help later when I need to make dinner if I have things ready to just cook and bake. I am slicing the potatoes to roast with avocado oil, salt, pepper, and onion powder. I'm also going to use the same oil and spices for roasting our vegetables, which will be carrots, red onions, and Brussels sprouts. I also will pull some fish out of the freezer to defrost in the sink. As I'm working my way through my chores, I wanted to share with you my recent reflections this week. I've been reading the book, The Conscious Parent by Dr. Shefali. A couple of my big takeaways from the book are reminders to fully love our children in their as-is state, whatever that may be. And this is the present kind of love, not just the words of course I love my child, all the while not showing up for them emotionally in their hardest moments or criticizing them for things we don't like. This can be a really hard kind of love if you haven't grown up receiving it. This is the kind of love that is calm and steady in the midst of your child's storm. It says, I'm not okay with your behavior right now, but I am on your side. I am here to walk with you through it. It is a love that is fiercely unwavering, but in the most loving and gentle way. It is able to set boundaries that are firm and loving when necessary, and to accept things about our children that are not what we would like, but are also not super important either. Now that dinner is prepped, I am going to get caught up on folding some laundry. I ended up having 4 loads to wash and 6 in all to fold. 2 were left over from a few days ago. Another takeaway for me from the book, The Conscious Parent, was to broaden my understanding of presence and become more aware of ways to practice it. Dr. Shefali lists several check-in with yourself questions at the end of the book. Am I able to quiet my mind and sit in stillness? Am I able to stop my thoughts and smell, hear, and taste every moment? Am I able to laugh uncontrollably when life isn't working out according to the plan? Am I able to show empathy for another even when I am hurting? Do I honor my body? Do I live my passions? Do I love my imperfect life? Am I able to be one with myself while being nothing in particular and doing nothing? Am I able to access my deepest emotions without fear of judgment and shame? Do I orient my entire world from an internal axis? I could definitely use some practice on a few of these, and I'm grateful she included this reflection in the book. Now I'm attempting my stretch and fold. I know it's not pretty, but that's okay. I'll get there.
When the storm is moving in, the sky goes dark and you feel the wind. Too much weight just holds you down.
I decided to attempt a gluten-free sourdough starter today as well. I found a recipe that called for brown rice flour. At last, I get to do my outside chores, starting with the deck furniture. As a little kid, I wanted to be outside more than anything else. And on days like today, I still feel that way. Do you prefer to be outside or inside? I am using a giant storage bag from Amazon to hold our deck furniture cushions. A couple of the cushions were still a little wet, so I'm going to leave them outside of the garage to fully dry before putting them up.
Your disbeliefs and fear, and you will rise above. Know that you are strong. Though the road is long, there is always love to carry you home. To carry you home. Home. to carry you home. To carry you home. All the way.
Now I'm refreshing the chicken water. I usually do this early in the morning before I leave to take my kids to school, or in the evening, both times when it's dark. But since I get to be home today, I'm going to do it in the daylight as an excuse to enjoy the weather a little longer. By the way, this is the end result of, you may have seen in one of my recent videos where I was filling in the post hole with dirt. So my husband and I just strung wire from the fence to the post to deter the hawks from getting the chickens. I'm also measuring the windows because I need to figure out a way to cover them for the winter. In the summer, these are really nice for airflow and to keep it from getting too hot, but it will be far too drafty if we have a harsher winter. I wish I would have saved the cutouts from when I created these windows. That would have done the trick. Let me know if you have any ideas. The first loaf of bread is ready. I added a little more yeast than normal to the bread machine recipe. My kids loved the way it turned out, as it was even fluffier than usual. I forgot to take a clip of the fish when it was finished baking, but here are the potatoes and veggies. Things got a little heated with the sourdough. The instructions I was following said to bake the bread covered for 35 minutes and then uncovered for 10. My oven went a little nuts while baking covered. It had an error message I've never seen before. When my husband looked it up, it said the internal temperature of the oven was too high, or the sensor thought it was too high. I wonder if it was from putting the pan on top of the other one. But because of this, my timer was reset when we threw the breaker to be able to restart the oven, and I had to guess on times. At first, I pulled it out too soon, and the middle was still gooey. I put it back in for about 20 more minutes or so, and it was perfect. I, of course, couldn't eat it because I'm gluten-free. My husband and kids all loved it, so I'm very happy about that. I'm so glad you joined me on this beautiful autumn day. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please consider subscribing to continue on this journey with me. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week.